Good morning, good morning, good morning, you lovely lot. It is Sunday and today's project is sewing. Let me show you the fabric that I have bought for the front of my unit. How perfect is that? It's a bit lighter than the other colours that I have in the van, but it's fine. I'm sure it'll look great. So I need to cut it to the right size, I need to hem it, and then I need to attach the Velcro. The Velcro is sticky and super sticky, but I think, especially on the fabric, if I hem it and then stick the Velcro on with its sticky back and then run the sewing machine over it, has less chance of it peeling off. That's what I'm thinking. So I need to just go do some measuring to find exactly how big I need it, and then I will measure it, pin it, measure it again, check it, and then sew it. Now, I've had chippies all over the world saying, no, that's not how you cut wood, that's not how you do that, that's not how you make that joint, shouting at their screens watching my project so far. And now I'm going to have seamstresses doing the same thing for material. Total novice, don't know what I'm doing, but giving it a go. We'll give this a go, shall we? The last thing I sewed was with Brendan's assistance, but Brendan is in bed asleep. And was that? Are you awake? Yeah. He's awake. Brendan, I might need your help. He's awake. Okay, so I'm going to give this a go and see what happens. But novice seamstress here. The last thing I sewed was that mushroom thing on the top of the van's lining.
Must have heard you.
He must have done.
Summon.
Well, I don't know. I might be all right.
I believe I taught you lessons.
You did, but it was quite some time ago.
Why haven't I taught you how to use the machine?
You did.
You raise it up,
Put it down,
and then you start the machine. But what's with those folded edges, though?
What? It's seam, dear.
They're huge.
I know, but the Velcro is going to be quite big that goes on them, wherever I put
You're
that.
going to need to stick a seam at either side of that.
Why is it not pulling it through?
How thick is that seam?
I made this too. Oh, because it's come out of this. What's going on with this? Oh, I don't understand. I thought I'd done it all correctly.
Raise it up at a abort mission.
Right. It's eaten my fabric.
It does that sometimes. It's part of the process.
It's part of the process.
Having your clothes eaten by a machine is part of the process.
Well, it was sewing. Maybe the bobbin is too tight. Oh, what manner of hell has happened?
What
Hold
manner
on.
of things?
Oh, that's messy. I'm sure it's not going to look like that.
What manner of things has happened in my
Something
engine?
has happened in my bobbin. It's not meant to do that. Help! It's been spider-webbed in like Spider-Man. I mean, how? Don't run away.
What in tarnation is going on?
Don't run away. You're meant to be helping. I don't understand what happened. Do we need
Where are your
scissors?
tiny scissors?
There was scissors somewhere around here because I was cutting fabric a minute ago.
Tiny cat.
Oh, this is most unpleasant. Yeah, can I just buy a new machine?
Get one of those foot pedal powered ones.
It is foot powered. That's what I'm doing.
No, it's not. It's foot triggered. You're not having one of those proper sewing machines where you have to really work your foot to get it going.
Well, I'm pretty triggered by this, to be honest.
Triggered.
I am triggered. What did it do? I took the sewing machine apart and now I don't know how to put it back together again.
Yep.
Well, this has all come off of here as well. And how did it end up round there? That's not what I did. I didn't do that. Put it in there. Why is that? How? That has just wrapped itself. It did something very bad. Let's try again, shall we? Right. Okay. Ooh. I'm sewing something. Ba, 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 ba. I have sewn. I did sewing. Why are you going so slow? Am I pressing this wrong? Try you can press a pedal wrong. Are you tired? Wake up. What is occurring? I hope bad things haven't happened. Have I run out of spoon? Why? Oh, scared to look. No? Troubleshooting. Machine is noisy. Jams or thread is caught in the hook race. What's a hook race? Remove the upper thread. Did it get stuck in here maybe? Now I've done hands-on healing. Will it work? No. Feels tight. Clutch knob is disengaged from the bobbin winding. What is that? Where will I find a clutch knob? Clutch knob. Brendan, what's a clutch knob?
What?
What's a clutch knob?
I don't know, but it sounds like a knob for the clutch.
Well, I know it sounds like a knob for the clutch. I don't know what even the clutch is.
I think the clutch is the pedal.
It has a whole thing here with parts, and there is no clutch knob on the parts. I think they are taking the mickey a little bit. Actually, why would it tell me to engage the clutch knob? Don't understand what that even is. Why have a whole thingy of parts if you're not actually going to tell me what the part is that you have talked about later on in your book? Feed dogs. I think they're having a laugh. Shuttle covers. Spring holders. Grooves, pins. It doesn't say anything about clutch knobs anywhere else in this whatsoever. I think I might need to have a chat with my friend Heidi. She's a sewy person. My friend is coming to rescue me. She was in her allotment and she tried to talk me through a few things and then just went, I'm bored of allotmenting. I'll be with you in 15 minutes. So she's going to drive over and come and see if she can rescue me from this mishmash of horrificness that I'm doing. She might even be able to advise me on where I'm going wrong here as well. You need to be in there. It's fine. She's fixing it. You can go for it. Anything that moves is getting a greasing. She knows what she's talking about, which is more than I know. Well, it's not a quick fix. So I'm going to take all the stuff I have with me and Heidi's going to run the fabric up for me. There we go. My friend saved my bacon and she finished sewing it for me. There we go. All my food, my cookery stuff, my cups, my pots, my pans, my funky material. It's looking so much better and I'm feeling very pleased with it. Much happier with everything. I do need to finish painting this because you can still see it still needs another coat. I did get a little bit on the floor earlier on, which annoyed me because I'm messy. And then maybe stick some of my picture-y bits up, we'll see. Now put all my clothes in there temporarily for now, my wash bag and everything. And then this will be the next bit that I work on. The next bit. But feeling quite pleased with that. So you want to go down into, are you in third?
Yep.
Okay, so just slow down. Slow down.
It's working fast enough.
Slow down.
I am.
That's
There's a very slight
Lovely.
braking if you
Brilliant.
feel the car.
That's very good. Well done.
There's a 35 bend up there, I think.
Yes, there is. Very good.
No one's dead yet.
It's been a little hair raising today, love.
Yeah, that was that time I nearly plowed into a street.
Yep, there was a time when you mistook your accelerator for
It
his
was less
brake.
of a mistake, more my foot was at the wrong
My
angle.
foot's
so
too big.
It was across two different.
Oh, it was on both pedals.
Yeah, most of my foot was on the brake, but the top of
Thankfully.
it was on the thing.
It overrode the...
Yeah, there was a
Get
slight
it.
pressing of the accelerator and then brake.
That scared me a little bit.
Yeah, nearly pooped yourself.
I did. Here I am lounged in my bed. Obviously I'd have a duvet on this normally. But the rock and roll bed is down. I've got some greenery and some cushions. I've got my curtains. My cooker is now at the end there. The light will also act as ventilation to draw any condensation out and that kind of thing. I have storage on the windowsills, which you've seen before, but now I've got wires and stuff in one as well, so they're accessible. Put some pictures. I've put this picture. This is actually double-sided. There's something on the other side in the packet, so if I fancy a change, I'll just swap the pictures around. This needs another coat of paint up here. This is where all my food, cutlery, things that I need, hand cream, wires that are not small enough to go in here, things like the fridge, charging cable. I've got a solid beam there now, which is good. All my wires are tucked away so I'm not going to trip over them. Space for the toilet. I have space to stand if I want to have a wash. The fridge will probably go on the end of the bed as normal, although I could push it under the bed if I really wanted to. Cooker's fine. It's all good. It's a lovely, I'm loving it. It's perfect. Really pleased with how it's come together. I've got a hook on here to hang a bin bag, and I have food compost bags, which I just use as bin bags, and I can hang it on there. So I've always got a bin bag ready. I'll probably just tuck the tea towel into there when I'm using it, or I could put another hook up. And I wasn't going to paint this, but actually while this is down, and bearing in mind I'm now not working tomorrow, I will probably just paint that this evening. I'll give it a coat make it look nice and smart, won't it, for going away at the weekend? Yeah, I think I can do that. My clothes are in there. I've managed to get everything in that I needed, so I've still got everything, and it's actually more accessible now than it was before. I have to say, I'm pretty damn pleased. Feeling quite pleased with myself. I really didn't think I'd be able to do it, and I went for something simple with the view that I was probably going to screw it up. But look what can be done. Have a few ideas and then put them together and make it as simple as possible. Simple is definitely key. I haven't done the pop-up table yet on the end of that counter, but I'll do that at some point. Yeah, feeling really chuffed, really chuffed. And then I just need to do something with this unit at some point. That's a job for another time. And I'll need to do all of my window covers, because actually the blinds don't come all the way down, which is very annoying and not very private when you're in here having a strip wash or sleeping or any of that. So my friend actually said to me she would help me make blackout blinds. This is a friend that ended up sewing the front of that unit for me. She said she'd love to be involved in a project and she would be very willing to help me. So I said, I'll take you up on that offer. So yeah, I'm going to just get some paper or something, put it down on here, and then paint this wall, give it a coat of paint. I'll leave the air vent open a smidge overnight. And then obviously tomorrow, I'm now not working because COVID's now hit 2 classes in the school. I can't remember if I've told you this already. Originally, I was told this morning class 2 were isolating. There's only 3 classes in the whole school. And then this afternoon I've been told class 1, which includes nursery as well, is closing. So the only children that can come to me next week is Davy, who doesn't want to come on his own tomorrow afternoon because he's got no one to play with, so he's not coming. Davy and Ollie, so they'll be here Tuesday, and Ollie will be with me Wednesday after boxing. And then Ozzy, Orion, Ethan and Harrison. It's going to be really, really quiet next week. I suppose it's a good job I booked this Thursday off to go to Hereford, because there's less people going to be affected with them all having to self-isolate anyway. It's kind of worked out well in that way, I suppose. As long as nobody from my setting comes down with it. If I get any positive tests between now and Thursday from any of the children who are at school that are at my setting, well, there goes Hereford. And I'll be locked in for 10 days. But we would just very much hope that doesn't happen. Anyway, I'm going to go and get some paper, pop it down and get painting while this bed is in its down position. Let it dry, do another coat tomorrow. Oh, and my friend, I don't know if I said, but my friend is going to look at the van tomorrow for the heat shield and tighten up anything that's loose for me. So I'll just drive it up to the garage tomorrow. I'll also give Spog a bit of a wash tomorrow probably as well. Sparkle him all up. And I replaced his wheel trim, his, wheel hubcap, because I lost one somewhere in Wales while we were away. So I've got that sorted. And I've got that put on. I need to order some more cable ties because I can't find my cable ties anyway. I don't know what I've done with them. And the other thing I need to do is take off the old number plates and put on my new number plates, which I'll do tomorrow. And then I think we're good to go for Hereford. An interesting turn of events. One by one, every single class in the village school has now been closed. We have 2 positive cases and staff shortages for the 3rd class. So the village school is now entirely shut, which wasn't a huge problem where it comes to my setting because none of those children with a positive case came to my setting. But what has now happened is I've had an email this evening to say that Kenzie's been in contact with somebody who's tested positive at his school and now he's self-isolating, which then meant even though the rest of us don't have to isolate, could I actually open my setting? And after going through the Pacey, who my insurance is with, website, trying to find the answer to this, I can actually open as long as I clean the bathroom between him using it and anyone else going up and using it, because I don't have 2 separate bathrooms and he's not to go anywhere near the children. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just hoping that nobody else tests positive and that I can still go away on Thursday. So I'm now opening as I had planned with the little ones, and I'm assuming that means Davy and Ollie won't be coming. I'm assuming, since as now their class has been closed, even though it's not for them to self-isolate, I'm assuming they're not going to just come for a couple of hours in the afternoon. But I'll double check that. And yes, yes, we're just going to see what happens. But yeah, it just kind of feel like it's all just going doof, 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 and it's there waiting. And then we're all going to be mixing and not wearing masks, or those that choose not to will not be wearing masks, and all sorts of other things from the 19th anyway. So it's all going to go completely boobs up. Anyway, that's how I'm ending the vlog today. I hope you like the final work that I have done on my van, and I'm loving it, absolutely loving it. I think it's nearly perfect. Obviously I've got other stuff to do, although I did notice that my charging port, the USBs on the electrics, is now not working. I think I've knocked a wire somewhere, and I'm going to speak very nicely to Kev and ask him if he can possibly look at it at the weekend while I'm in Hereford. But we'll see. If I speak very nicely to him, I'd go, please, I'm so weak and feeble, please help me. Anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow.